that that may be one of the best things that AMC's come up with. That was but yeah, so you guys, we just got done watching episode 8, the finale of season 2 or part 2 of Anne Rice's interview with the vampire. Um and it was amazing symmetry. It was very cathartic for me because the last episode I was very mad. Iron Brimstone mad. I wanted death. Um I got it, but I think I got what I got ultimately was so much more. Like it was a lot of it was very um fulfilling because they paid off everything. They paid off the first season, they paid off certain characters and what their true intentions are, their dynamics. Um Cost. Like there's I was kind of like, man, what's gonna happen to Daniel? And even in spite of everything, there was a cost. And yes, Daniel isn't going to die, but now he has to literally live forever because of the actions that he did against Armand. But then you think about like sacrifice, like ultimately Lestat was a terrible, manipulative sociopath that had psychopathic tendencies, and it absolutely manipulated Louis to all these different kind of things. But also Louis was a very selfish and needy and entitled individual that also cost lives as well. And I think but at their impasse was their child, Claudia. At the end of the day, they had to take full responsibility for it and they couldn't live with it. And it's just interesting how her strength and her struggle, um, I, it's weird to say it made them human ultimately. Her death and how it all played out because of their love made them really truly understand like real loss and regret. And it was just amazingly beautiful because I did not I didn't think that was the route they were going to go with. I mean, they definitely leave a lot of other impressions and things that are unanswered, like the other factions of vampires. Um, the fact that Lestat's maker supposedly is dead, but they never really say how he succumbed to his own death. The government knowing that there are vampires truly out there and them trying to use Daniel, but now that Daniel's been turned, what does that look like for the world? And I mean, it's evident that Louis is very strong now. Um, but Lestat is not dead. So it's kind of like I had been saying it to you all season. I was like, I think that Lestat is still alive. I think he is hearing and seeing and with, Louis the whole entire time. And in some ways he was. It's just I don't know, coming off of how mad I was the last episode to getting a darn amazing finale. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and
very impressed.
I think this was amazing. And if I was to be real, I only like I wanted more. Everyone wants more. So at the end of the day, like the only thing that I feel is as the first half of this episode, it felt extremely rushed. And that's the only thing that I really just am having trouble coming to terms with because of the way they got rid of Claudia. That was already hard enough. I feel as though they could have gone about it a million ways. And I'm not talking about just the depressing factor. It was just how quick it was. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. But to come to this point where half of the episode I everything about this episode was fantastic. I just feel like it could have been milked a little more and to the point where it's not like boring, but it would have just still had the same impact and it would have just maybe added a little more. I really don't know how to explain it, but other than that, man, this was a trip. I mean, Lestat to see him from the confident man that we originally saw him in like the 1600s, where whenever him and Armand first met, to of course seeing how him and Louis met to where he is in present day where this man is a mess. Like he is at the bottom of the barrel right now, and that last exchange was probably like the chemistry between these two actors is already through the roof. But to see that last exchange, like with the music playing and everything, I mean,
And the
obviously,
storm, the literal storm
yeah,
happening in
yeah,
the backdrop, like the way they shot that,
was great.
like these colliding forces that shouldn't be together, but they are.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
My boy's a poet over here. You hear this
Let's keep
shit?
going,
Come
keep
on
going,
now.
keep going.
But like, it's the fact that like we had the point to see him at his weakest already was insane. But like the one of my favorite moments of this show, and I feel like people don't talk about it as much, um, is the monologue that we got from Louis in the beginning of the season when he was talking to Claudia, saying, it's me and you, it's you and me, and you know, the only other emotion, like I felt emotion, but the most I felt since then was this moment right here with the way Lestat looked when he said like you hurt yourself, like I don't know what it was, but just the sense of pure, genuine like sympathy or just the care he had, it
Yeah.
it made my heart drop because the dude is toxic, bro. Like
He
there's no
is.
going around
It's
that
all
shit. Like
toxic. It's
he
all
is
toxic.
terrible. But I mean, like just to be caught up in that moment was just a whole nother level of just the writing there was just phenomenal, dude. I really don't know what else to say, but I don't
Yeah.
have much to say. Like I'm surprised I even got this much out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But
I
this was
mean,
a trip. This was for sure a trip.
Louis literally came there to thank this man, not to forgive him, not to say it wasn't just your fault. I mean, he did those things, but he said, thank you. I looked at it as a curse. And I was like, that's crazy. Because you think about how much he's lost, what he's done, the thousands he's killed. Like, their toxicity alone has ended thousands and generations of people. Um, but yet he thanked him. And it's crazy because to see Louis at his tower and being like listening like he's Batman or something like that.
I
Listening
am the
out
night.
to, listening to everyone like just talking crap about him, like we're gonna kill him. And he said to everybody, shh,
He stood on business.
speaking right now. If you want to come get the smoke, this is my address. The doors are always unlocked. Come get it. Stop talking trash. And I was like, this is crazy. and this
Nah, yeah.
and I really do think I think he killed Armand because the fact is he said if you do anything to Daniel, I'm gonna kill you. We didn't see Armand after that at all. Like the whole matter of fact, when we went back to the house, it was reinforced from I remember he slammed his head up against that. That joint was repaired. So some time has passed. We don't know how much time has passed, which is the crazier thing.
No, I thought he said that he was still alive. I thought that's what Daniel said, but I
Uh-uh.
might have. Yeah,
I can't remember.
the
I can't.
emotions were just so through the roof. I'm not even sure if I heard what I heard, but
Yeah,
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 I really think after those two episodes, I truly did not think I would be stable enough to have an actual conversation with you because the just everything, the writing, everything that went into these episodes, it's next level compared to what I'm used to seeing. I feel like this was just this was phenomenal. The show's not talked about enough. It makes me sick that it's not talked about enough. I mean, legit, I wouldn't have watched this show if it wasn't requested to me, if it wasn't a Patreon thing. And then getting into this is now one of my favorite shows that I've ever watched on AMC. Like The
yeah,
Walking Dead is literally my favorite show, but like this is like it's hard to even just think. I don't know. This shit it
yeah,
got me a mess.
yeah. Because it's like it's weird. Because like even when you were talking about like the beginning of it, it did kind of feel a little like we're going by the numbers.
Mhm.
But when you think about how he cornered my man Santiago, and Santiago was talking that trash, he was like, I was taking her ashes and doing this and desecrating them and all this and that. And he kept on calling Francis, Francis, come to me. And I was just like, He's like, come to me. Like, I was like, what is happening right now? That man legit cut his head off so fast and was like, talk that trash to my face now. And I was like, yes, yes. And it's weird because I knew I was like, there's an end game to all this because Daniel had been reserving information, being real calculated. And we got that reveal, bro. And I had talked to Bizzy last episode. I was like, this seemed like some BS. Like something don't smell right with all this. And sure enough, when he kind of put together, like, look, bro, I think your boy is foul. I think he staged that whole entire thing. I think he had your girl killed because of jealousy. And it's just when you get that true understanding of how jacked up Armand actually was, it's crazy. It's really crazy to really think about. Like he did Hetman dirty and then took all the credit for it. Like he burned this little girl a lot. And it's crazy because the whole entire season, like as soon as she joined the coven, like he was torturing her, basically, having her pose up there to be a little girl, trying to break her. And I think the scene that got me, and you had said it, was when they were rehearsing the play, when Daniel was kind of going over it, and Lestat was like, how do you think Claudia is gonna react in this scene? And she was like, oh, she's gonna be broken. He's like, you don't understand her strength. For that to come out of his mouth, that's crazy. It cemented like there's real true honesty that can come out of him in the midst of his BS. Um, but yeah, bro. Shout out to the old girl that played the role of Claudia. I got to give you your flowers. You were in your bag. I mean, this is Emmy worthy, man. To be honest with you, I just don't know because it's on FX if they're gonna get it. Like,
FX.
if you think about like, I'm sorry, AMC, there since Better Call Saul, there's not been even Walking Dead never really got that many Emmy nominations at all. And it's kind of like whenever it's like a supernatural or fantastical show, they don't get as many nominations. Like I halfway thought like even with The Last of Us, that was an easy sweep, but it wasn't. So I really hope they do get some recognition for it. This was an amazing show. If we got to talk about it because people are going to be wanting to talk about it in the script in the comment section. They have said that I guess there's another book that goes from the perspective of Lestat, and I think I would be interested in that. But the way that they line this up, it seems like it's going to be all taking place in present day based on how everything is if they chose to continue a part 3. And I just don't know where the story would go. And right now, mentally and emotionally, I can't think about it. But
Truthfully,
but if
this
it's
is the
yeah.
truthfully this is the best way to end it. I really wish they would do more, but there I think this is the best. I think they found a landing, and if they do manage to try to do something else, it might just mess things up. If we want to get a spinoff, give them a spinoff, but keep this separate. Like it just I don't know. Realistically, they can make a spinoff if they want to do that and do like prequels, whatever. But this is just such a unique way to end it. Obviously, I'm not happy with the way Claudia left, but at the end of the day, this was just beautiful. This was insane. It was great, and I don't know what else. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so if you guys want, I was gonna mention this to Busy, but if you guys want, we can possibly go and do a full movie reaction to the original Interview with the Vampire with Kirsten Dunst, Brad Pitt, and your boy Tom Cruise. That was gonna be my suggestion once we finished anyway, because you said you were gonna go back and watch it. I was like, I'll watch it with you. Put that down
Yeah,
on Patreon if you want.
no, I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm gonna leave it to you. Like I haven't heard the best things about that movie, so if you guys are gonna have us watch it, you guys better show up and watch it with us.
Yeah,
So
it's
let
very
us know
different. It's
if
very
you are
different.
willing to watch it. Of course, on top of watching or reacting to that movie, which will be on the channel, my channel, you guys can go check out all of our other reactions, which will be on my channel. And as for Patreon, I already got my season 1 reactions up there. So shameless plug, but there it is.
Yeah. So yeah, he's already plugged himself. Closing thoughts on this episode, this series. What do you rate this episode, and what do you rate this season as a whole? Now, like the gloves are off, it's all done. Like
So
there's no waiting anymore.
series as a whole, I think this is top tier. Again, it's just like the fact that they're not overstaying their welcome. I think it's great. Again, I haven't read the book, so I don't know. I can't say too much, but from what I know, they have stuck to the material a lot, which in my from my experience usually just means it's gonna succeed. Obviously they don't gotta do it to a T, but when they respect the source material, things usually work out. And I'm very impressed with what I saw here. Watching this entire series makes me want to pick up the book and read it. I mean, I'm really, really, really excited for just more content in general. Like, I don't think it's necessary for them to go crazy with spin-offs and all that, but this has been enough for me to want to pick up one of the books and read more into like the other stories she's created, because I know she has like there's over a dozen of these books now,
Oh
right?
yeah, there's a Mayfair
Yeah,
Witches as well. Yeah, you've
yeah.
seen the
So
first season of that?
nope.
Maybe we can pick that up if you want to. But
Again, well, we're gonna leave it to you guys. You decide. It's pretty
yeah,
simple, but I'm I'm in awe. I think I want to go live on my channel in a couple of days once I kind of get my brain kind of together. So, because I truly am just messed up. Like this was crazy, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So letter grade A to F for the episode.
For the episode, A plus. Series, A plus. It's a bop. I don't know.
Yeah, this episode to me was absolutely A plus. I came into this episode emotionally conflicted, you guys. I wanted blood. If you go back to the review, I was saying some dark stuff, and y'all know me. I try to keep it a stack, but it seems that time I don't go too far. I have my black cape on, and by the end of it, man, I put my red cape on, bro. Yeah, this is absolutely A plus. This is phenomenal on so many different levels. And I agree with Bizzy. There are certain points where it kind of felt a little rushed in the beginning, but it was like how they handled it, like the music, the monologues, like the narration, and then the staging, like transition. Like it was points when we got towards the end of the episode, I was like, as soon as Louis met with, Lestat, I thought that was the end of the episode, and it just kept going. I had no idea where we were going, and I love that. I love the fact I know where we were going. As far as the season is concerned, this is A plus, man. I can't say it's better than the first season. I feel like they're just together. Like it feels like this has been one whole series. I feel like the first half set the foundation and was amazing in its own right, amazing performance in its own right. But this just took it to a different scope. I feel the same exact way about Dune and Dune Part 1, Part 2. It's just a good continuation. So yeah, A plus. I feel the same exact way with Bizzy. It's the first time we've actually agreed on the same exact rating for a series and an episode. So it's really weird. But yeah, you guys already know where to find Bizzy's content. It's also in the description bar below. Thank you guys so much for watching our reviews. I know the last one's a little short. This is a little bit longer. We weren't even planning on being this long, but I think we can kind of settle at that. If we go a little bit longer, maybe on Bizzy's channel, doing like a more broad, open form live discussion on it. Maybe you guys want to join in or something like that. Let
We'll
us know in
answer
the description bar
questions,
below.
all that, yeah.
So let us know if you want to do like a Q&A back end. We can even put that on TikTok if you want. But we're gonna go until the next series where it may be some boys or some dragons or maybe even some cooking. We'll see. We gotta go though. Talk to you guys later. Peace, people.
Filing out the top of
I can see the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind.